Hi, this is Muhammad Saifuddin Chaudhary. Today I'm presenting here assignment 4 in software engineering course. So here the topics is software for operation of cattle fattening farm. Here is the discussion overview, introduction about the assignment specification, software development by using unified process, uses of the software and software testing, and at the end its conclusion. So this is the background of my interaction. Uh, Basically, this one is regarding my own cattle fattening farm, which is in my village, and I just want to make my farm smart so that I can get all the records from any time. And this is a cattle management application I have developed here, which consists with like cattle profile, weight monitoring, cattle selling, feed item, vaccination, purchase and consume record, and at the end the report, my purchase report, financial report, etc. And the temperature logging I have done by LabVIEW software. The farm temperature will be monitored by using Visual Studio user interface. The main goal is to keep the data record and check financial statement, which is based on request. So I can request like a specific month or specific week from the database. And I have used software development unified process to develop the software. This is first of all, this is the elaboration phase. In this phase, I have classified the requirements by using FU or FUPRS, which is like function, usability, reliability, performance, and supportability. And in functional requirements I have checking cattle stock, update the cattle information, checking food stock, checking cattle weight, checking in the cattle vaccination, and selling cattle information. And I have created use case diagram based on the gathered requirements. Uh, as in picture, here is the use cases I have used: selling cattle, check cattle stock, and extend and inclusion also here included. Like if I find cattle out of stock, then I need to purchase the cattle, and check cattle weight, check food stock, check the vaccination, and so on. So here there are two supervisor and doctor and administrator who are giving their responsibility, who are like they are playing as an actor role. This is my domain model for cattle management application. This I have analyzed the conceptual classes from the specification and the use case diagram. So this domain classes, all the classes with their interaction with each other, I have shown in figure, like administrator, supervisor interact with the cattle information upgradation and new cattle information entering. Supervisor 2 is done doing feed stock report, feed out of stock, and doctor is doing weight monitoring and cattle vaccination, and so on. And the class diagram based on facade pattern I have developed here, where only one person is doing all the stuff. So this is the first iteration of my software. Then software development construction phase. This is the most important phase, and I have used the most important use case, which is organized in a fully traced use case diagram. So the most important use case I have used here: selling the cattle. So for selling the cattle, I have main success scenario and extension, which is the most important to evaluate the system sequence diagram. And in the main success scenario I have here, the cattle purchase at the startup time, accomplish the vaccination process, which is called the primary vaccination, and feed those cattle for 3 months, and check those cattle's weight after 3 months. If cattle weight made the target weight, then those cattle will be sell in the market. And and wait till minimum cattle stock available to purchase the new cattle, and then go to the step 1 again to purchase the cattle. And in extension part, if cattle weight does not meet the target weight, then I have to vaccinate this cattle. And then if cattle got sick, then also this cattle specific cattle should vaccinated. And this trial will go only one time. If it's not improved, if cattle is not improved, then it should be sell out. And system sequence diagram I have prepared here. It's constructed for the most important use case, as it's showing here: administrator, purchase cattle, vaccination, feeding cattle, weight monitoring, and selling cattle. So this is the interaction diagram also. And the pattern I have implemented, design pattern I have implemented in my interaction diagram and my class diagram is controller, which will control the use case operation, high cohesion, which has like the diagram has easy to understand names and roles in the system, a low coupling, a minimal number of interconnection is used in the interaction diagram. And information expert is the interaction diagram uses the information expert, seeing as the class having the most information throughout the cycle. And this is the last part of the software development. This is a class diagram and object diagram. The class and object diagrams are created based on the interaction diagram. The class diagram basically contains the static information, where interaction diagram most focuses on behavior on time. And here the interaction between the classes showing here, like vaccination, purchase cattle, less weight cattle, selling cattle, sick cattle, all the classes have relation with each other, as it's showing here. And in object diagram, object diagram is also created based upon the class diagram, as well as the information from the data flow I have given already in my specification. And this object class contains two objects, which is feed and vaccination, which I have shown in my object diagram. Now it's time to use the software and the testing. Software tools I have used here: Visual Studio.net and DevExpress add-on software tools I have used inside the Visual Studio to make my report, like financial report, purchase report, etc. And SQL Server Management Studio I have used as a database where I will keep the data for record purpose. And LabVIEW software I have used to control the temperature, the basically the exhaust fan. And I will log in those data from LabVIEW to SQL Server, and later on I will monitor this temperature data from SQL Server into my Visual Studio. So let's go to the software now for testing. This is my software where I have to log in first as an administrator. So I will log in now. Here I have logged in, and I'm see as it's showing here, this is the user. User can log in from here, like admin, supervisor, and the doctor. Cattle, cattle here, this animal profile, animal vaccination, weight monitoring, animal selling, as it is showing animal profile. So I clicked here. So animal ID will create here like automatically from server. And this is the modify portion. So if I want to modify any cattle information, I can modify now. And here I have already updated some cattle information, like description, age, weight, gender, purchase date, purchase price, and the status. Is it live condition or it's already sold? So this is my cattle information. And this is the like inventory or item master, which items already purchased and how much it's already used. Like here, item code also will generate automatically. And here this is the item code, item name, unit of the measurement, received item, how much I have purchased, and issued item for cattle, and disposed item is also here, and balance item. And this items group, is it in feed group, vaccination group, or like this or the other group. And here this is the report. I Some reports are pending, like financial and income expense. I already prepared this purchase report, as I am showing here. The purchase report, I can ask the report like for a specific days or a specific month. Like here I can change the date from March 1 to March 31, sorry, March 1 till March 31, last month. I can see the report here. So this is my report, what I have purchased already. So like that way I can ask this financial report and this financial report and others things. And this is the temperature. For temperature, I just want to show the lab view part first. Here this is my lab view part. The temperature, if the temperature is low, no exhaust fan will on. If the temperature rise, then first exhaust fan will on, and then second exhaust fan will on to reduce the temperature. And if the temperature is more than 70, then fire alarm will on. So here, as you see the wave chart here, the temperature is showing, and the string path, like I will log this data to my database. So I can show this database here. The temperature will log in my measurement data table, as it's showing here. So like that way it will have the temperature here, and I can monitor my temperature here in Visual Studio. And this is the average, minimum and maximum temperature. So this is the software work I have done. Then this in conclusion, I can say this elaboration phase and construction phase have been used widely to develop this cattle management software. And in future work, I just want to develop this software as a web-based application by using ASP.NET coding in Visual Studio with 3-layer software architecture. Thank you very much for having your time, and I hope this software, you'll like this software. Thank you very much.